Well, hello there, friends. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. So, when your natural stress response in your body goes wild, what can you do, right? What can you do to get things back on track? The body stress response system, like we talked about last week, is usually self limiting. Once a perceived threat has passed, hormone levels usually return back to normal. As adrenaline, cortisol levels drop, your heart rate and your blood pressure return back to baseline, and other symptoms resume their your regular bodily functions. But when stressors are always present, like most of us are experiencing currently, and you constantly feel like under attack, as we would say, that fight or flight reaction stays turned on. Now, the long term activation of the stress response system and the overexposure to cortisol that follows can disrupt almost all your body's processes. So, putting you at risk for anxiety, depression, digestive problems, headaches, muscle tension, pain, heart disease, high blood pressure, the list goes on, heart attack, stroke, sleep problems, weight gain, memory, focus, and concentration impairment. Okay, that's just to name a few, right? Um, so it's important to learn healthy ways to help cope with life's continuous stressors because most of the time we can't eliminate the stressors. We can try, and some of them can be eliminated from your life, but some of them are just out of your control. So, why do you react to stress the way you do? Like you in particular. Everyone handles stress differently, but some factors play a role. Number one, genetics. Okay, genes that control stress responses keep most people on a steady emotional level. Okay, either overactive or underactive stress responses may be due to a slight genetic differences. Like I always envy the person who can just roll with it, be like, whatever, like it's okay, everything's gonna work out. That's just not me. So, number two is life experience. Strong stress reactions may be traced back to traumatic events. People abused or neglected as children tend to be particularly vulnerable to stress, and the same is true of crash survivors or people in the military, police officers, firefighters, and people who experienced violent crimes. Okay, so they have like a history of that memory of that stress. Maybe like a post-traumatic stress disorder type of thing. Um, but life experience doesn't have to be that traumatic. It can just be that, you learned last time when you didn't do something, you got burned and you don't want to do it again, right? So you have you get a little bit more nervous when something similar to that happens again, right? So learning how to react to stress in a healthy way is so critical. You may not be able to change, like I said, your current situation to lessen your stress, but you can do things to manage the impact these events have on you. Learning how to identify what causes your stress and how to take care of yourself physically and emotionally in the face of stressful situations is so key. And this is where stress management strategies come in. And I know it's cliche, but some of them may apply to you, some of them may not. But, jot them down. Try something you haven't tried before and see how it works for you. So, number one, eat a healthy diet. I know that doesn't sound like there's much that's going to happen, but yes, if you're not creating inflammation in the body and your body is at its optimal health, your body will respond to stress better. Getting regular exercise and plenty of sleep. I know that's a vicious cycle because sometimes sleep is bad because you're stressed. So, that's when supplements come in, things like melatonin or magnesium and other things that I can recommend. Practicing relaxation techniques such as yoga, deep breathing, massage, or meditation. Okay, meditation doesn't mean sitting there with your legs crossed going, it just means doing nothing, where you're just letting your mind relax. Okay, and sometimes using essential oils, I shouldn't say sometimes, oftentimes, using essential oils can actually be very beneficial in this area because it allows your mind to open up and allows you to relax. keeping a journal and writing about your thoughts or what you're grateful for in your life, taking time for hobbies such as reading or listening to music or watching your favorite movies or favorite TV shows, fostering healthy friendships and talking with friends and family, having a sense of humor. I think this is so important, and finding ways to include humor and laughter in your life. Okay, even when things are bad, there's always something funny that you can laugh about, and you should. Volunteering in your community, if that's something that gives you joy, then go ahead and do that. Organizing and prioritizing what you need to accomplish at home or work, and removing tasks that are unnecessary. For people who are very organized, when life gets disorganized, you get stressed. So try and keep that on track is going to help you. And then obviously seeking professional counseling to help you develop specific coping strategies to manage stress is really important if you find you can't do this on your own. Don't feel defeated. Feel like you've accomplished something by reaching out to somebody who's going to help you, because that in and of itself is a win. Um, Avoid unhealthy ways of managing stress. Avoid using alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or eating excessively, because those are just going to make you feel more guilty and more stressed. So do your best to do all these other things. That doesn't mean you can't have a glass of wine here or there, but I'm just saying don't use that as your coping mechanism. The rewards for learning to manage stress include peace of mind, less anxiety, better quality of life, improvement in health, such as lowering blood pressure, better self control and focus, better relationships as well, and overall, just a much healthier life. So, on that note, I hope you guys are having a non stressful day, feeling relaxed, and just enjoy life. All right, on that note, I will see you on a Thursday for another Live in 5.